Hey guys, we are in day 248 in our Bible reading plan. I can't get over how fast this is going. We're in Ecclesiastes 1 through 4, one of my favorite books of the Bible, and Psalm 35, also an amazing chapter. If you are Eeyore, cup half empty, the world's gonna all end, everything is meaningless, you are gonna connect with both of those readings today. I found them refreshing and I just love them. The book of Ecclesiastes is written by Solomon. You know my feelings on Solomon. We've already talked about the tragedy of him. I feel bad thinking about him. He wrote this towards the end of his life, so certainly headed towards the way of, he should have known the things that he's writing. I mean, the futility of the life he was, remember he had 900 wives or concubines and women, and he had more money than anyone and a lot of wisdom. And the book of Ecclesiastes looks at things sort of from a human perspective, and sort of all the problems of life that you and I will face and think about, but then kind of comes to a conclusion of a divine understanding. And so it is a book of wisdom. It is, God has put it in this book called the Bible now, the canon of Scripture, because it's essential to understand life. And I love it. If you've ever been into existentialism and reading some of those authors, then you're really going to connect with this book. But it's a godly version of it. Like at the end of the day, life is not empty. That's the point of it. Even though at the beginning you're going to read it and go, oh my gosh, this is so bad. And so let me just give you the big idea. Trying to find purpose and fulfillment in anything apart from God has always and will always be futile. Vanity, vanity, vanity. That word is repeated over and over again. How many of us don't feel that in our daily life? You go to work, you do it over and over again. The older you get, midlife crises happen because people get tired of doing the same thing. There are so many things in the chapters today that I can point to. I'm going to try. I just love all of it. Verse 5, the sun rises and the sun goes down and hastens to the place where it rises, where it goes. And you know how Ernest Hemingway, I think, wrote a book called The Sun Also Rises based on this. All things are full of weariness. A man cannot utter it. There's nothing new under the sun. Nothing I'm going to ever say here is new. It's been done before. You wake up one day as a speaker and go, man, what am I going to say? They've heard it all before. It's true. Then he talks about this futility of self-indulgence. I went and sought pleasure. And he thought, well, I'm going to find satisfaction in gathering more money and more houses and building pool houses and all the things that we think will bring us happiness. And they might give you temporary joy, but apart from God, listen, with God, you can enjoy them, but apart from God, folly and vanity. And then he talks about the vanity of toil and the despair over labors. We work and work and work. And what are you going to do? Leave it to people who don't care. And I don't have any kids. Who am I going to leave it to? And that question comes into people's minds. Of course it should, because all of our days are full of sorrow and work is vexation. Even in the night, his heart does not rest. There is nothing, he comes to the conclusion in verse 24 of chapter 2, there is nothing better for a person than that he should eat and drink and find enjoyment in his toil. And we're going to come to know that, which is basically going to be a theme that ultimately God does want us to enjoy our life, but not apart from him. Chapter 3 is awesome. There's a time for everything. He makes everything beautiful in its time. And then chapter 4 also, I love this one. Better is a handful of quietness than 2 hands full of toiling and a striving after the wind. Ask yourself today, are you striving? Do you think your life is meaningless? Apart from God, it will be. But center it around Jesus and everything makes sense. You can have riches, you can have a relationship that's healthy, you can work, and it will make sense in light of the Lord. Don't strive after the wind, strive after the Lord, and he is all yours today. I love you guys.